Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm on my way to a bus stop to head downtown to my class, and today is going to be really interesting for me because we're doing what's called a writing marathon, and I love writing marathons. I think they're super fun and really interesting, and I'm hoping that I can show you a lot of downtown Lincoln because I love it. I stepped out of the house today. It is 6 a.m. currently, and I was met with a wall of moisture and warmth. And I know that sounds delightful, but it really wasn't, like, at all. As soon as you step out, it's like, ugh. But hey, I got a decent sunrise going on over there, and that's pretty great. So today what we're doing is we're doing what's called a writing marathon. What will happen is we will gather together as our groups, and we're gonna just leave campus and go all over the place. And the goal is to go somewhere, sit down, soak in what's around you, and see what comes to mind. And see what ends up on the page. And it's just kind of a fun way to kind of kick your brain into writing mode, because you never know where you're going to be and you never know what's going to hit your brain when you're sitting around in a new place. I'm in the Capitol building right now. Just started the writing marathon. The rules of a writing marathon are you start walking from one place, and just wherever you go, you let the places that you're at kind of influence your writing. So you go somewhere, you think about things, you take in your surroundings, and then you just see what kind of comes out from you onto the page. My group is cheating. We drove places. So I'm at the State Capitol building on my way to the very top floor, which I am very excited about because it's been years since I've been there. I used to actually come here a lot during college just to kind of hang out on a Saturday afternoon. And this is the very top of the State Capitol, very top floor. It's interesting, it's cool, and right now there's nobody here, which is very exciting. So I think I'm gonna do my first bit of writing from here. So I like the idea of a writing marathon because you're forced to go from one place to the next, and every time you get somewhere else, new ideas will come to you just based on what's around you. In this alleyway, for instance, you will have obviously a giant parking structure, but you've got vines and flowers that somebody's put here, and that just kind of brings up a bunch of different ideas that you could write about. And sometimes you write about specifically the place that you're next to and what's around you, but sometimes those trigger off other ideas, and it's just kind of fun and interesting to see the places that your mind will go. That isn't going to happen if you're just sitting in your room at your desk. I've done writing marathons a couple of times in Lincoln, and it's really great because every time it's a new experience. There's so many different places to go downtown. Sometimes you just want to go to a coffee shop and hang out there. There's dance studios around. There are plenty of libraries and museums, used bookstores. There's a wonderful ice cream shop downtown. Like, just lots of places to go, and each one brings a different character and flavor to your writing just because you're there. This town has so much character to it. It's got so much flavor because it is all by itself and there's not a town attached to it or a city right next door. It is its own entity, and it has little pockets within it that people take care of and that people care about. And I don't get that where I live in California because everything's mashed together and people don't really care about their city so much as they care about, I live in this area of the country. And that's something I'm having to explain to people again while I'm out here. So when I tell them I'm within an hour of the beach or whatever, they light up and they, how wonderful! I am excited to try to do a writing marathon with my students come fall, finding some places in or around, you know, my area that could still be interesting. I need to find ways for me to connect with the place that I live, and I need ways for students to connect where they live, because sometimes I don't think they're very connected either, which I think is a big problem. If you've never tried it, I recommend you try a writing marathon. Even if you have to go by yourself, even though it is a lot more fun with other people, take a notebook, go around the place you live. Go downtown. It doesn't have to be a super fancy place. I wrote in an alleyway today and it was awesome. It was one of my favorite places because it was new and I hadn't been there before. And you'll be amazed the kind of stuff that gets into your brain when you're doing that. And remember the words of Winnie the Pooh, though I'm gonna slaughter this quote because I don't have it in front of me. Poetry and hums aren't the kinds of things that you go out and find. They're things that find you. And you have to put yourself in the place where they can find you at. That was horribly misquoted, but you get the point. Anyway, we'll see you later.